Hi, greetings from Harlem. I'm here today to talk about my needs and share a little bit more about the new designs that are coming. And if you are new here, my name is Tati and I'm a knitwear designer based in Haarlem, Netherlands. And I'm coming to you from my tiny home studio. So there's a lot of things that I would like to show you, and let's just dive in. So the first thing that I want to show you today is something, a design, an updated design that will be coming very soon. Actually, this weekend, live on Ravelry again, because I updated the pattern and we tested it during the last month, and I am really excited to finally be able to share this with you. It is my Irish rover, the one with these beautiful textured cables, which I made this sample about 5 years ago, I'd say, and this was the first one. This one is made in soft Donegal tweed from Studio Donegal, and yeah, I had it with a nice high mock neck, which looked really good. And the nice feature of this design is this hem, which is just a stockinette on the front and back, and then nice ribbing on the sides. Yeah, so this design was originally published, I think, for free and only for one size, and then later I graded it to include 5 sizes, and now finally it will have 9 sizes. And I also improved some of the neckline shaping, because on this one I noticed that when probably also because of the yarn and how the neck was knit up, it was forming a little bit of a fold here below the neck, and I didn't like that. I think that's a sign of not a very well shaped short rows here. So I redid that, and I think now it gives a very nice, at least a better a better shaping than it was before. So I hope if you opt for like a higher neck, this fold here will not be an issue. So yeah, so this was the original sample, and then I really loved the texture, and I made another one also years ago. And back then I lived in Germany, and I don't know, German shops, at least the one we had in Frankfurt, they didn't have so much choices of yarns. Also my budget wasn't so big, so I made this sample in a very rustic, like I think almost like a sock yarn. This is what it was. I don't remember the brand or anything, but it's like really rustic wool. And the gauge on this one was bigger than on the original, so I had to add more cables on the front panel. But it was really nice here on the neck, where I did the neck ribbing and folded it inside, so the ribbing here is quite thick and also looks really nice. I'm just giving you the ideas of how you can work the neckline if you decide to knit this pattern. This can also be a really nice option, just to do a simple ribbing and fold it inside and then just seam it in here. Yes, so this was the second one, and now I think Katsi is sleeping on it mostly. It's not like I'm wearing it anymore, but it's been very nice. And also the edge here, I did just simple rib. Yeah, so this blower is knit from the bottom up. What else I'm gonna show you in this one. So you knit from the bottom up in the round till the underarms, and then you knit the sleeves separately, and then you attach everything together, and then you knit this these raglan line shapings which shape the body, and yeah, and then finally you work the short rows to shape the neckline, and yeah, that's it. And then you decide what to do with the neck. There are charts in the pattern to have the neck just flowing up and mimicking the pattern from the front and back panels. That's also really nice, and I will show you this on the latest sample that I made, and this one is knit in Nutiden, and this is a very, very delicious, light and chunky pullover. I don't remember exactly this. What is the name of this color? It's this gray and pink kind of. It's either Offering of Trees or These. No, I don't remember. I really don't remember, because they Carolina, she's using the Swedish names for her colorways, and sometimes it's difficult to remember what exactly they are. So if you're watching this, Carolina, maybe it would be nice to have like a list with all the collections and with all the numbers and pictures, just for the archives, to have it somewhere, you know. Yeah, it would be really nice to go back and cross-reference the stashes that we have. So yeah, so this delicious one is, you see it has this neck ribbing that goes, like, it flows from here to the ribbing, and it stands a little bit, just a little bit, and yeah, I could work it higher, but I think that was enough for this one. Yeah, you can see here these accentuated raglan lines, and also this beautiful hem. Yeah, so as you see here, the body has a bit of an A-line shaping, so you will be decreasing as you go to the underarms, and that will also be very feminine and flattering on your body. Yeah, and another version of this one, I don't know, I never realized that I had so many of them, but then I recorded like a small chunk of this episode, and I thought, oh, but I have like 2 more and I have to show them. So this is the last one, and this is the summer version that I knit I don't know, 3 years ago probably, and this one is knit in pure linen, and what I did here, I didn't do the shaping, the short rows, so it has a very open neck here, and this is how it looks. It's 2 strands of lace weight linen held together, and I had a wider sleeve, and yeah, and that's the front, and then the hem also looks beautiful. So I don't remember which size I followed, probably like size 3 for me, which I usually do like size 2. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, this was a really nice thing to put over a dress when it's summer. I mean, it doesn't get so much summery here. When I made it, I think I was thinking of something like a really nice strap dress, and then this is really light. But then in my experience here in the Netherlands, we either have like something in between, like around 20 degrees, and then it's still okay to have like a merino sweater on top of a dress, or then we suddenly can have like 35, and that would be like too hot for this kind of thing. So I barely wear this one, but if you live in a normal mild climate where you can expect some I don't know, 22, 23, 25 degree summer, this could be a really nice thing. Or if you go for a promenade in the evening, this could be a really nice thing to throw on top of your. Oh, actually, you see, I actually did some short rows here, but not so many, because you can't really see them here. Well, it does leave your back rather open, and I think it's nice and summery. Just have your shoulders covered and maybe your arms if you get cold. I usually get cold, so I would like to have this part covered. And yeah, it's really silky, delicious, and because it's linen, it also cools you down if it's too hot. So yeah, another version of this one, and the pattern is just delicious. I really like the pattern. It looks so nice in all the different yarns. It is especially delicious in like soft woolly yarns, like soft Donegal tweed, and also I was surprised how good it looks in knitted and in the this really unspun yarn, and how well it holds the texture. I've been wearing this one for a while now, and I noticed that the stockinette part, it does start peeling somehow. Like it does get more wear, and then you don't see this kind of wear on the pattern part, and it's actually really nice because yeah, this kind of prolongs the lives of your sweaters, because if I make it all in stockinette, that could mean that it will peel rather sooner than later, and here I'm sure that even if it does, it won't be so noticeable. So I'm really happy with this one, and my testers did a great job. There are so many beautiful versions of it, and yeah, I hope you like it, and yeah, make yourself a nice one. It's really a special design for me, because back in the days we were going to Ireland almost every year, and the Irish yarns and the nature and the culture itself, it's been a big part of my life and our life as a family. So I started knitting like really dreaming of the Aran cables and everything. So this was actually a second finished garment that I ever made. So I first made like a very simple raglan stockinette pullover, and then I was like, yes, I have to do the cables, so this is gonna be really nice. And this was just a dream, really. Yeah, it's also really nice to have something so special and be able to wear it and show it off. So yeah, I think that's enough about this one, right? Yeah, it will be out this Saturday, and there will be like an introductory discount during the weekend. So if you're interested to make one for yourself or your loved ones, this is something, yeah, I would appreciate your support, and don't miss the release date. Okay. I've been playing Yarn Chicken here. I had a skein of how it's called? Well, it was a skein from I think from a dyer in San Diego or something. A friend from San Diego brought it as a gift, and it was a hand-dyed skein of this kind of very acidy yellowish, like neon yellow, and yeah, really not my type of yarn. So I've been doing something very special with it. A friend of mine gave birth to her baby girl in I think it was April or March, something like recently, a few weeks ago, and I sort of needed a little present for her, and yeah, this is what I have. I made a little sweater, and since I was playing Yarn Chicken here, the sleeves is a little bit different than the rest of the body, because I ran out the yarn, but still it is really, really beautiful. I used this merino held together, this yellowish thing, And then I also added 2 strands of silk mohair, one more mustardy and one white, so that the color is not so acidic, I would say. It looks really nice and cozy, and yeah, it looks super warm, which I think will be really nice for Ukrainian winter. I'll be sending this to her very soon, and I hope she likes it. This it's not for the tiniest baby, but I think by next winter she will be able to wear it. Yeah, so this was something that I knit on when I had time in the evening. When I wanted to take a break from other things. So let me tell you which other things I was doing. I was working on this one. And this one we already started knitting, test knitting. So the story with this one is I think sometime in winter, gotten from Miss Lamotte, the yarn dyeing company that is based in South Africa, in Cape Town. She wrote me an email asking if I would like to use the yarns for any of my color work sweater designs, and I said yes, of course. Well, they have so many colors, and I haven't really worked with such yarns before, so I was like, yeah, of course, this is something I could try and experiment, and yeah, so we chose 2 colors. Excuse me. So she helped me to choose colors because sometimes it's difficult with the screen, yeah, I think if you have those, Karen will be more than helpful and can advise you on the colors. I think I need a drink. So we picked this one, a little bit of gray and pinkish, and yeah, I don't know which colors are here. There's really a lot of shades, but I think it's mostly gray and more close to natural linen color, I'd say. So this was the main color that we chose, and this was called Rustic Linen, and the base I'm using is called Linum, which is 90% superwash merino and 10% linen, and I thought of it as a nice spring to summer design that could be done, and I wanted to do some floral color work, so I chose this burgundy red with some pinkish undertones there. I have 1 skein left, which was my mistake with the calculations, but so this one is called Tin Roof, and yeah, I paired them together for a beautiful color work sweater, and it took me quite a while because it is a color work with floats on the right side, and that takes quite some time to work and get all the right tension, yeah, so it took me quite a while, and I was doing it in secret. I didn't show it on Instagram or anywhere, and then I was ready for a test knit call, and I called for testers on my Patreon, and then I called for testers via my newsletter, and to be honest, we found testers really fast, and I didn't even have to call for testers publicly, which is really exciting for me, which means that you really like to knit my designs and you are committed to do the tests for me, and I'm really thankful. That also puts a lot of responsibility on me to prepare a pattern properly, like check everything. And yeah, I'm happy that many of you are coming back to me as testers, and that also means something. So yeah, we have a test knit set up for this one, and that should be ready by sometime in June. I think it was first or second weekend of June, the deadline. So this is how the pullover how it looks, and it is cropped length with some color work on the hem as well, and then this lacy ribbing on the bottom and on the cuffs as well. Yeah, and the neckline as well is really, really nice. And yeah, that's it, and we are working on this one right now. It is a fun knit. There is a lot of joy in it when you see how the pattern comes out, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, but it's also not a fast knit, so you have to spend time and practice getting this fabric really smooth, and not to have flows too long or too short, just to have, you know, like that it doesn't, your flows, they don't disturb the fabric. So yeah, it's a tricky one, but it's also very, very beautiful. Yeah, I will be showing more about it and talk about it in the next episode, I think. So this is just a little taste for you, and update on what we are working on right now. What else? I finished another sample. I had this idea. I first had the yarn. Sometimes it's strange. Sometimes it starts with the yarn, and then the idea for the design comes, or it starts another way around. You have an idea for the design, and then you look for the suitable yarn. So when this one, I started with the yarn. I approached Rosa of Retrosaria, Rosa Pomar, and I asked for some shade cards to see what kind of yarns they have, what colors there are, because the screens are really, they don't translate all the colors correctly, and since many of the yarns I haven't seen or touched, I was really wondering like what kind of yarns they are and what they have. So yeah, she was really nice to me, and she sent me some shade cards and also some skeins to see and swatch. And this one was love at the first sight. The color of it, the texture, and well, of course, the labels are dreamy. So I started with this one. I got more yarn, but I started with this one, and this is the base called Mungo, which is made from recycled wool and recycled cotton. And that is the fibers that are not like second-hand recycled, but the ones, the leftovers from the production of yarn or fabrics, whatever comes. When the yarn is produced, then you have some leftovers that are usually discarded. So this is made from those, and I really like the idea, and I really liked the colors this base has. So I chose this one, which is color 11, also my favorite number, and I made like a light. Well, it's not light because it's this rather heavy yarn. I don't know, it is, I think I knit it on 4.5 centimeters. Yeah, on 4.5 centimeters. And this is quite heavy, but since there's also cotton here, I think it's nice for like a summery pullover that you can just throw on top of any light dresses. And this is what I came up. It is again a round yoke, and I know that you will say, oh, again, but well, I think there is no, how do you say? Well, there is no boundaries to perfection, so it's like you always strive to get better, and this is something that I strive to do with the round yoke. And I think in this one, the neckline shaping is the best that I've ever had. And look what it is. It is this beautiful yoke with a beautiful neck here. It is worked top down. So, and then you have this color work, this kind of cables and slip stitch chains here. So the idea was to have this part of the textured pattern and to end right on where your bone here is. So then it's like you have this more rich part, and then from here your sleeve and your yoke will just fall down, and that creates a really beautiful shape and a very flattering look. So I used here this little double bands to accentuate the changes between elements. So after the tiny ribbing here, there is this band here, and then there is a pattern, and then there is another band here. It is very easy to make, and it gives a really nice touch to the pattern itself and to the garment. And then I made this wide sleeve. It is 3/4 sleeve, or maybe even a little bit shorter than 3/4, but it covers your elbow, and it's a very flattering shape. Yeah, there's also this band here, and there's some ribbing, and I made the hem also a little bit asymmetrical to give it a little bit of a flattering female look, because the yarn itself is rather heavy and rather rustic, so it is quite chunky, the knit itself, but I think in this patterning it looks really nice, and in this shape you will be just falling down from your shoulder and give it a nice flowy look. So this is something that I was really tired. My hand here hurt after the fingering weight project, so I really wanted to do something on the bigger needles where I don't have to, like, I think my problem is that I really hold on to the needles, and when it's something light and silky it moves too much, so I have to really hold it like with my pinky, like this part gets strained, and then that's why I have this painful issues. So now I've been knitting on this one, which is a much bigger needle, and it's also more sturdy yarn, so I don't have to hold it so hard, and it's been a more relaxing experience here. I really enjoyed working with this yarn, and I really love the color. It photographs so well, and I can't wait to share it with you. I will be writing down the pattern in the next few weeks, and that will be a next test knit. So if you're interested, check your emails and be fast, because it seems like I will not need to call for testers publicly. And that's it. Make sure to sign up for my newsletter. That's the main secret, how to get on the test knit group. And what I wanted to show you as well was I'm working now on upgrading another of my patterns, and that's dark moss, and it is a bit of a challenge, and it's been eating my brain because, well, let me show you. It is this this pullover with like cables on the bottom and a slits on the sides, and a beautiful raglan, like a really wide raglan, and then on the back the raglan lines are meeting in the center, and and the neck has a really good shaping, so your back is much longer than the front, and then the neck is falling like lower here, and it looks really flattering on the top here. It is a very nice oversized pullover that I designed in the beginning of my career, and yeah, it's been graded till 5 sizes, so now I decided to do 9. And that's a bit of an issue here with, first of all, with the number of the cables. And I think I will just increase the number of cables regardless of how they are twisted, because there is a bit of a, you see they are twisting in different places, and if you have an even number of cables, that's not going to be looking exactly like here. But I'm thinking that should not be an issue, since it's also, well, you won't see it really, I think. So I'm just accepting it as it is. And then the most challenging part is calculating this decreases on the back to have the raglan lines meet, and in 9 sizes that's a lot of math. So I'm doing that every morning at 7 a.m. when I wake up, and my brain is super sharp, and that's getting there. So I will need to finish the grading, and then I'm writing the pattern to have this ready for, I think we will do another test, and that would be really cool to have, because initially also I think I already mentioned, initially when I started publishing patterns, I didn't do the test knits. I was not known, and I had like a few hundreds subscribers on Instagram, so it was really difficult to get testers, and that's how I did it. I made a sample myself. I left a small note saying that this pattern was only tested by myself, and yeah, I shared it, and I'm super happy to see that still, despite that note, many projects has been made on Ravelry. So yeah, I'm really hoping to improve the quality of this pattern, and I already know that it's going to be much more easier to knit, and since it is such a beautiful pattern, it would be a shame to have it forgotten. I'm really excited about reviving all old patterns and giving them a second life. So this is something that will be coming soon as well. I'm thinking also maybe running a test knit, like a knit alone or something, because I know many people have it on their wish list, and maybe they would like to join and we can have a nice knit together. But I'm not sure if that's a good idea. What do you think? Or shall we just run a traditional test knit? I don't know. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I think that's it with the knitting projects here for today. I have nothing on my needles now. I have to finish writing this one. Well, I didn't even start, so I have to finish writing this one, and I have to grade and write this one. This one doesn't have a name, so if you think of a good name, please let me know. And so this is the 2 priorities for now, and then maybe I will cast on something new. Yay. What else I have new here? I want to show you my little books. Well, they're not so little. I got some books from Laine, whatever the pronunciation is. So I didn't get the book of socks before, and now that the shawls came out, I decided to get both of them. With the socks, I don't know if I'm gonna make any of them. I'm pretty new to socks, and I know how to make some simple socks, both bottom down and toe up. So I think I will be using this book as a teaching book to learn more techniques and see how the socks are knit. Maybe one day I will be able to design a sock myself. So I'm sure you've seen this one, and yeah, it's a beautiful book with nice photography and 52 beautiful sock patterns. And this one is a new one, and there is a bit of a story with this one. I actually submitted a design for this book, but it was rejected. Obviously, I'm not in the book. And looking at many of the designs, I have a bit of a mixed feelings, but that's something I think designers never talk about. And well, I understand the editors, they probably wanted to cater like the widest audience, so they had to include different, like completely different things, and 52 is quite a small number considering that they probably got a lot of applications. So I don't take it personally, and I'm also very new to designing shawls. Yeah, I have one scarf pattern, and yeah, that's basically it. So I'm very new, and I no bad feelings there, but yeah, that's been an experience, and I think from this book I will also learn a lot of things, a lot of techniques, and yeah, there are quite a few shawls that I really admire here. I want to show you a few, and that is so this first one I want to show you because I don't see the word. I'm not really good with the geometric patterns. I don't see the world like those people who, the people who can take pictures of architecture and they see all those beautiful lines. I mean, I can see them on the pictures, but like looking at the things, I don't see those like lines and everything. And the same with colors. Like geometric things is not really how I see the world. That's why when I look at designs like this, it's always an admiration how the person perceives the. Can't find it. I will. Sorry, I'm not prepared for this one. So no. Coming. This one. This is a beauty, right? So I would never. Now from where I am now, I would probably never design anything like this. This one is called Aperture by Wallis, and there is another picture of it. It is absolutely stunning. So there are some elements of right, like color work on the right side, and then some elements of floats on the right side, like inside out color work, and that is very, very beautiful. I really like it. And then there's some there are of course some stick shawls, which is something that I would love to do, a design with a color work and with some nice color work and a stick. But I have never done a stick myself, and it terrifies me how to do it nicely. Yeah, I think it with a stick shawl, a lot of things will depend on something happened with the temperature. Sorry, I hope you can still see me. So yeah, I think it got dark. That's why the temperature got changed. The screen. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, I think with a stick shawl there's a lot of responsibility on the knitter himself, depending on the skill level and how much attention you pay to the small details. The stick shawl can look really nice, or the stick itself can look rather ugly. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how popular they are actually. Have you knit a stick shawl? Would you like to knit a stick shawl with a beautiful color work? Well, let me know. So this one was, it's called Ine. I think it's from Russian, Ini. And it's by Natalia Sinelchikova, which is a lady who also lives in the Netherlands. She is Russian, and yeah, she lives in close to Den Haag here. We never met personally, but we know each other from Instagram. And Yeah, hers is absolutely stunning. If you see at all the edges, everything is done to like a point of perfection. And there is also another design of a stick shawl, and you can see the difference if you look at the pictures carefully of both designs. You can see that a lot of things depend on the skill of a knitter, and that eventually will decide how the final garment or accessory looks like. So sticks is something that I might also learn, and whichever I wanted to show you again. This was an interesting one. This one is knit, and this the pattern itself is embroidered afterwards. So it is a very simple thing need to knit, and then you just you embroider the pattern, which looks like a float of color work. Super nice, and also I think rather easy. I don't know. Would you do something like that, like embroider the color work? I think I would rather like knit it directly. That's less of a hassle. Probably more time during knitting, but less afterwards. Well, I don't know. That depends, I think. So yeah, I think overall the book is really nice. There's a lot of beautiful things, and I think everyone can find something to their liking. I'm Ukrainian, and I live in the Netherlands, who are direct, and they have no problems with criticizing you. So my only criticism for this book is that they don't have charts, like schematics for the shawls, for each design. They have this kind of nice drawings, but this doesn't really do it for me. I would rather have a proper schematic with measurements and like a small arrow to know where it's worked from. Because, well, first, when I opened the book and I looked through the pictures, I could just take a look at the schematics and I would know how it's knit without reading the pattern. Now, if I want to consider something, I have to go and read the pattern if it's how it's knit. And sometimes it says it's knit top down or bottom up or something, and well, I'm completely new to shawls. I don't know what is top and what is down. I would rather have it marked on a schematic to know, So this is something that I think the editors, the publishing house the editors have to improve on, to have those instead of those drawings, or maybe incorporate some measurements and things to the drawings. That would be a very helpful little thing that doesn't require a lot of things, a lot of work, just to have it there. Well, I think that's it. I think I've been talking for a while now, and that must be very exhausting for you. Well, if it's not, and if you had a lovely break, thanks for spending it with me. I will be happy to have you here again next month. Stay safe, be healthy, and happy knitting. See you soon. Bye.